What is a junk debt buyer? Hey everybody, it's me, Hannah with Solo Suit. And if you've been contacted by a company like LVNV Funding or Midland Credit Management, you may have asked yourself this question before. Well, in this video, I sit down with John Skiba, a consumer rights attorney, and we go over this question, and hopefully it'll give you some answers about junk debt buyers and how they work and potential ways that you can respond to them and resolve your debts. So check it out.
Can you tell us what is a debt buyer? How does that work?
It's this industry, as large as it is and as many people's lives that it impacts, it's surprising how few people know what junk debt buyers are, what they do, even amongst attorneys and even amongst like bankruptcy attorneys. Sometimes I'll talk to attorneys, I'm surprised they've never heard of it. But so the debt buying industry, essentially what they do is creditors, when an account goes into default, like a credit card, they have roughly 6 months to try to collect on it internally. After 180 days of no payments, they charge it off. And excuse me, the charge off, one of the most misunderstood components of this is the charge off is that most people don't realize when a debt is charged off, it's really just like an internal tax classification. The creditor can still continue to try to collect on it. But what most credit card companies do in the US is they package up all these charged off accounts and they sell them in a big portfolio to these companies. They don't call themselves junk debt buyers, but they're debt buyers. They go out and they buy these old charged off accounts and they buy them in gigantic volumes. There's some really big players in the country. One of them, Encore Capital, Midland Funding, Portfolio Recovery Associates, LVNV Funding. A lot of people will see names like that. They buy these and they usually buy them for pennies on the dollar. There's a study done by the FTC a number of years ago with Encore Capital. They on average paid about 4 cents on the dollar. So they're buying these at a crazy discount, for pennies on the dollar. And then they're alleging that they step into the shoes of that original creditor. And so then they go out and they file lawsuits just en masse. They file, I think the one I saw with Encore Capital, they file on average about 500,000 lawsuits a year. That number might be old as well. They may even file more. Portfolio Recovery Associates, same thing. So what I see here in Arizona is in the justice court system that deals with accounts under $10,000. The junk debt buyer lawsuits, they're second only to like speeding tickets, that kind of thing. I mean, the volume is gigantic that they file. If they file the lawsuit and if they get a judgment, and like we were saying, 95% is a default judgment because people don't respond to it. Then once they have that judgment, things change dramatically because now they can garnish bank accounts, they can garnish wages, they can lien your home, and they can cause all kinds of grief. Not only that, like in a state like in Arizona where I practice, a civil judgment is good for 10 years and it can be renewed every 10 years for the rest of your life. And so interest continues to accumulate. And so, routinely in my practice, I see something that was a $2,500 judgment entered 20 years ago. And now it's $35,000 and, people are getting their wages garnished indefinitely. And then it does result in a bankruptcy. So the debt buying industry, it's huge. They kind of fly under the radar a bit, as far as people knowing who they are, what they do, till it's, staring you in the face where you have to deal with this thing, with this debt collection lawsuit.
Wow, crazy. The craziest part to me is, like you said, they do kind of fly under the radar. Like a lot of people don't know who these people or who these companies are. Encore Capital Group, I think they own LVNV Funding and Midland Funding, right? Yeah. And they should be like household names because so many people are being sued for these types of cases. But they're not. Like I said before, no one really knows who they are. Thanks for describing what a debt buyer is to us.
Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you found some answers to your questions. And if you feel like you need more help, head over to solosuit.com. We have a blog with lots of resources that can get you more answers to more questions. On top of that, we have products that can help you respond to debt collection lawsuits and settle your debt outside of court. So if the thought of representing yourself in a debt collection lawsuit intimidates you, or if negotiating a settlement seems scary, go over to solosuit.com. We can help you respond to a debt collection lawsuit, settle your debt outside of court, and empower you to represent yourself in resolving your debts for good. Thanks so much for watching and good luck with resolving your debts. Solo Suit is rooting for you.